There we go. How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting it played, or continuing our play of Aeon's Legacy. So you guys gotta let me know in the comments if you guys prefer when I just keep playing a game over and over and over just to get through the campaign, or whether the small breaks in between. So for example, Stone Saga, I've not gone back to because, well, I stopped that because it was taking long when we did our Extra Life game day. Speaking of Extra Life, make sure you click the link to donate. So I didn't bring it back because that would basically take up a slot during the week, specifically in the evening. Now, these smaller games like this that I can knock out in about an hour, or even if I don't knock it out in an hour, I could kind of leave it on the table, which is really why I keep playing this. It's on the table right now. And if I needed to, I can put the topper. This is a Jasper table, so I can put the topper on and play something else on top of, again, if need be, for evening streams. You guys let me know in the comments if you prefer that, the way you kind of get the whole experience. I think that really is for like live, right? If you're coming in and watching this live, but if you're watching after the fact and watching through the playlist, probably doesn't matter. But either way, I digress. Let me go ahead and flip over, and we're going to start into chapter 3, the chapter of the 3. Got some flavor text I got to read here. Of course, I've got everything pre-set up just to try to make this go a little bit quicker. It's funny, I'm watching Rob's gaming table for Legacy of Gravehold, just in case I want to try that if it goes cheap enough on sale. Right now, I think it's on Amazon for 90 bucks. Again, links down below to Amazon if you want to, you know, give us 3 cents. But yeah, watching his setups and doing everything on the channel, it's like the first hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes it's just them still setting everything up. So I try to get this, again, because I got to get this done for lunch. So we are in chapter 3. Here's our introduction. Malastar stops his lecture mid-breath. Xaxos steps out of the strange breach, healed and stronger than ever. I can use the Nameless's breaches to save us all, Xaxos announces. A swift punch from Mist catches Xaxos off guard. How dare you return, coward? You're the reason Gravehold was destroyed. She screams as Malastar pulls her away. I can fix it, Xaxos scowls. We need more power. We can't keep focusing our little breaches, siphoning slivers of power. Give me another chance. I learned to tap into the Nameless's breaches. We can, breaches. We should stay out of their breaches. Make sure it's with the breaches. We can use that against them. I feel like anytime anybody says, hey, I want more power, that never goes well. Continue. Xaxos, finding no support, sulks away. Malastar continues as if nothing happened. We have more important things to do than worry about his tirades. The Nameless are getting stronger every day. You're going to need better equipment. Our scouts have found some sort of breeding ground. I believe the pods produced here can be harvested to use and craft powerful new equipment. Your mission is to defeat the Nameless, harvest the pods, and close the breach. Gravehold survivors need you more than ever. So open Insight 5 and apply the rulebook stickers. Again, this is used copy. They were already in there. Basically, the 2 stickers is there are going to be shields that we will have to take off of the enemies. And then there is a failure. Basically, if we fail, we're supposed to play the whole thing again. I don't know if I would do that. When you play again, you don't evolve anything anyways. So I think what I would do is I would fail, do whatever the fail says to do. And then say I played it again and won, I think is just what I would do, fail forward. Because I don't think you guys want to watch me play Chapter 3 twice or Chapter 4 twice and so forth. All right. Open the envelope of Chapter 3. We have done that. That is all that stuff up there. So if you're playing solo, we would need to banish 1 through 26. We're playing 2-bit players, so I banished 20 through 23. If we're playing with 3, blah, blah, blah. We combined all of our basic cards. We opened the Stop 3 deck. And then there's a whole bunch of basic cards that got added together. Everything is now in a level progression, and they are mixed, so it is not as scripted as 1 and 2 was, where you had to go in a specific order. That does mean there is some randomness and variability that's going to happen, but also it gives me that signal, right? I know from playing Astro Knights at about level 2.5 is when you kind of just want to focus on the boss instead. All right, so that is all of that, and then it says read the card. The one other thing that did happen is Malastar's gift. So you're only supposed to use this if you failed. I'm going to kind of play through this and see how this works, see if I'm good enough to just make it through without failing. If I notice that I'm losing more than once in a row, I may just put this in from the get-go. Again, it's my game. I want to have fun. But basically what he allows you to do is heal Gravehold for 5 or heal you for 5. I don't understand how we're healing Gravehold because Gravehold doesn't exist anymore because it was destroyed in the last chapter. Well, there we go. All right, so we are setting up the boss. Place the breeding chamber into play with 4 life. So we'll go ahead and give this guy 4 life. All right. Shuffle all the pod cards. We put them together. And then we have our basic deck. So we will read the text here. This ancient Nameless has rested undisturbed on the surface for so long that it has become part of the world itself. Somehow this Nameless is able to spawn its own minions, which we call pods, to serve at the behest and keep it well fed and energized. These pods are not like horrors, only defenses, as it can call even more minions into defense and the large breach that is torn open in the sky above it. Right? So In Search of New Power is the name of this one. This pod here basically says this minion can never have less than 1 health, and the minion has no maximum life, so it can just keep building up, because I imagine it's going to be based off of this. So his Unleash, the breeding chamber gains 3 life. Okay. Increased difficulty, it can get 5 instead of 3. We ain't doing that. Additional rules. At the end of the Nemesis turn, if the breeding chamber has 11 or more life, it imbues a pod. Draw a card from the pod deck, place it into play, and the breeding chamber loses 10 life. Repeat this until the chamber has 10 or less life. When a pod is discarded, place it on the pod discard pile. This is not the same as the Nemesis discard pile. When a pod deck is empty, shuffle the pod discard pile to form a new deck. When there are 7 pods in play, Spawning Horror completes its metamorphosis and the players lose. So as long as we kind of keep those at bay, we should not lose. Doesn't say anything about decking out, so I guess we could technically deck out. Although it also didn't say anything about reshuffling that. So some of these you can win if you make it through the entire deck. So I guess this is one of those. Build it, locate, shuffle, place the tiers, do not shuffle, follow setup. Players. Alright, it's probably in the winning and losing section. Evolve, exhausted, game terms. There you go, in-game. Players are victorious if Nemesis has 0. The Nemesis has no cards in its deck and no minions or powers in play. Okay, so we can't have any minions and no deck, and then we can technically win. We do need to re-close our breaches here, though. There we go. All right, so we did also get the new ability down here for getting our shards. I'm going to use dice once we have some. Right now they're off the table, but I'll just move the dice up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what we would be able to do. All right, so let's get started. That was a 12-minute ramble. That was probably loud. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so green goes first. So Bow Elf gets to go first. She has her starting card again. It doesn't do us anything right now. We will go ahead and attach that. She has 1, 2, 3, 4. She needs the power, right? She needs power. It's kind of what she needs. So let's start with power on her. So we'll get our new shard. Entangled shard, gain 2. If you have 3 or more charges, gain 1. So once we gain some shard charges, so the card that gains us charges was one of the new ones we got, right? Yeah, right here. So this 4. So we basically the 2 4s are our charge combo. Besides spending 2 to get a charge. All right. Get that, and get that. All right. 1 turn down. Nemesis goes. So, nothing here. Nothing here. So we're just going to draw the first card. So power. To discard, spend 6 ether. Power 3. Resolve the persistent effect of the pod with the most life 3 times, or the breeding chamber gets 5 health. All right. So 3. That's it. All right. Because we have nobody else out there yet. All right. So same thing. Go ahead and attach that. I can't attach both because I need to have something here. So we're going to go ahead and I have 3. Which will focus this one. So we will focus that, which allows us to attach that. And that's it. All right, Metal Lad, what are you going to do, buddy? All right. Nemesis goes again. So this goes down to 2. Minion. Leviathan Egg, persistent, evolve. Okay, so on the next turn, this thing's going to evolve. We got rid of it last time. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be able to get rid of it this time as long as we get to go before boss does. So 5 hit points to the little egg. Little eggy, as Lucy would say. All right. Oh, sorry. At the end of the Nemesis turn, the breeding chamber has 11 or more life and imbues a pod. Draw. Okay, no, it doesn't have 11 or more. Yeah, so it's only when we get an unleash. I'm like, how does that go up? It's during the unleash. All right. All right, so green. So she's going to fire off and take this down to 4. All right, and we'll go ahead and put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just go ahead and... Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get our combo, though. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do that. Get her started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. And that's right. I got to try to get all her stuff opened as soon as possible. So I actually need to get Metalad with the one... This one. I got to get him some of the breach flares. Right, and then it should be Metalad's turn, so we need to do this one first, because that gives him 4 cards, so that will take it down to 3. Then we'll do this, which will do another 3. All right. Good to go. All right. So we will go ahead and attach this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 4. I feel like it's a waste. I feel like it's a waste to do it, but I need that to help her. So we're going to go ahead and do it now. The more times that comes out, the better. So I wish this was 1. So like whenever I have 1 left over instead of 2, but it's not. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Trying to remember what I need to do, like each step. Get that off the screen just because it annoys me. I imagine it probably would annoy somebody out there with OCD. All right, so it is her turn. So we fire off. So we finally get to do some damage. Again, we could do damage there. I just want to get, I want to get a point on the board. So we'll use that. Now, those 1 points of damage actually can come in handy once things start coming out with shields. So this is just a pure recruit. Gain 2 if you have 3 or more charges. I do not right now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she has 6. So I can get any ally draws 2 cards. Or we go ahead and get her gain 3. Let's... Or we can just start to try to get some damage. I've never bought that card. I mean, drawing cards is really valuable, right? So if you have a bad hand. So I think for her, because we need her to have a lot of power with each turn, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and spin the 6. Or I could go ahead and get her a charge. Let's do that. Actually, let's do that. So put that back. So we're going to spin 2 to get her first charge, which leaves her with 4. And instead, I will do another one of these. And let's put that in this order so we can combo these with that one. Maybe. I don't know the math right now because my head isn't doing the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mentioned in the first stream about how like I played the app and I was kind of like, what's going on? Knowing the rules helps a lot. I did have it was a little bit more enjoyable playing the app this last time than the first time I ever played. All right. So same thing, just 1 damage to the boss. And same thing as last time. Yeah, same thing as last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach you there. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll have 4. But we'll need to spin the 3 to focus this one. So we're going to attach that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's kind of a slow burn because of this. But the only benefit is he is going to get his breaches open quicker. Because once he's got one open, then I can spin it on the stuff. Right now, that's not what's happening. Nemesis' turn. All right, so this goes down to 1. Let me draw a card. Minion, Spine Harvester. Oh, and he comes in with 3 shields. Immediate. If this is Chapter 5, it is not. So he has 3 But luckily he only has 1 hit point though. All my Pokemon dice from when we used to play Pokemon TCG. All right. So that was it, right? That was it. All right. Oh, Nemesis again. So that's firing off. All right. So we have an option. Resolve the persistent effect of the pod with the most life 3 times. So any player suffers 2 damage. We'd have to do that 3 times. That's 6 damage. Or the breeding chamber gains 5 life. Which will put it at 9, which is not enough for this. So that's I'm fine with it gaining 4 life. We'll just have to attack it, unfortunately. We're at 9. It will fire off if it has 11. So, all right. So now this one has to happen. Any player suffers 2 damage. Since she can heal, we will have her suffer the 2 damage. Let me draw a card. Unearth, attack. If there are no pods in play, breeding chamber gains 5 life. Otherwise, Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Sorry, 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gravehold is at 26 already. All right. So, I have the 1, and I have 3. So I have 4 total. So I think I don't want to waste a 1, so we're going to use the 1 here. Because it doesn't matter how much damage you do, there is no overflow. Like, some shields just count as like 1 extra hit point. This takes everything you throw at it. So we're going to use the 1s to get rid of the shields. And then we'll use the 3 on here. So that'll take it down to... Wait a minute. One of these should have been a 5, right? Yeah, this should have been a 5. Somehow I put a 4. So this was 9, so that'll take it down to 6. 6, 6, 6. All right. All right, so we're going to attach that. We have 4. So I don't have another spell, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, we'll spend the 4 on that. Yeah, because opening another one right now isn't going to do me any good because I can't attach anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what was my ability again? Activate during your main phase. Cast all your spells that cost 4 or less. Each spell does 1 additional damage. Okay, so I can get a full row of spells. I can do like 1 big blast, or slam all, as we call it. All right, so. All right. She had no spells. Kind of sucked. So we have spells now. So we will go ahead and do the 1. And then deal 3 damage. You have 3 or more charges, gain 1 charge. All right, so to attach this, we're going to have to focus. Fortunately, none of these are focus 1. So we'll focus this one to attach that one. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Unfortunately, well, as long as that spine harvester is out there, though, we are going to be taking. So now with, and I just thought about that, with my last spell, I actually could have gotten rid of 2 shields because I could have used the 1 to get rid of 1 and then used the 2 to get rid of the second one. I just feel like that would have been a waste to do that. All right, so we're going to fire off the 1, get rid of a shield. And then fire off the 3. So he only adds 3 life to that. So that would only put it at 9. So I'm not worried about that. We're going to do the 3 against the boss. And if I have 3 or more charges, which I do not right now, I would gain an extra charge. All right, so we'll add our spark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to get to 3. So the question is, do I spend 4 and then focus for 2 just to get that further? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 4 to get me to 3. And I'm going to use the other 2 for this, even though I can't get the free attachment, because it gets me that much closer to opening it up. And I need them opened up for her healing ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm thinking. I could be completely wrong. Nobody ever said I knew what I was doing. All right. Nemesis. So, persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage. We'll just have her take the 2 damage again. All right. And then we draw a card. Attack. Unleash. So that will get 3. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. 1, 2. If this is chapter 4 or higher, evolve. It is not. Could have been worse, I guess. Could have been worse. All right. That's right. I didn't take it. There was an ability that let me heal a person or Gravehold, or maybe it just let me heal Gravehold. I can't remember. Cannot remember now. All right. So that's good. Deal 2 damage. Focus any players 3. So I feel like it'd be a waste on him. I really do. This is up to 9. So let's drop this down. We'll do 2 damage here. And then we will focus her 3. So now she can open it for 3. So that'll work. All right. Attach our 1 to take out that shield. And then to attach our other 1, we will have to open or focus. I will go ahead and open. Well, let's attach that one, which means we can get rid of that guy on our... Hopefully we get to go first before she goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I guess it doesn't matter, because if she goes first, she can take off the shield. But either way, I want both of us to go before the Nemesis goes. Speak of the devil. All right. I don't want to have her take any more damage, so I'm going to go down to 8. Or from that. Draw a card from the pod deck and place it into play. Then set the minion's life to 2. This does not affect shield tokens. Okay, so draw a card, put in play, then set that minion. Okay, so it's only going to have 2 health instead of 5. Okay, that's nice. And then it has 2 shield tokens. Persistent Gravehold suffers 1 damage. All right, so that's a way, I guess that's another way that the pod people can come into play. Or pod minions, not pod people. All right. All right, so he gets to go first anyway, so we'll do 1, 1, 2. Get rid of you. All right. Let's see here. So he is going to have to flip his deck. I'll have 3, but I can fire this off before. Okay, that'll work. So we will go ahead and, so just so I remember my order, we'll do that. We'll do that. So I have 3. I don't think I need another one of these for him. I mean, I could use it to get his. I've already got my 3 open, and then her 3 is going to open next time I play that card. So, what else do I have for 3? I have I can destroy a gem. Or I can do the gain 2. I think we'll do this and start getting his deck called out. And then that way we can just have him full of attacky goodness. Attacky goodness. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Her turn. All right. So she's got 1. So we'll use that for that. And then she has no more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 will open. Oh no, 1, 2, 3. She has 5 because I have 5 cards in my hand. Okay, that'll work. So we'll do 3 to open, and we use the other 2 to get her another shard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Let's see what we're working with. I look on the camera and I see things like slightly crooked, and it's the only reason I like play mats on deck building games. Is just because then you know where everything goes. My only problem is my layout for this, as well as like Astro Knights, is different than the way the play mats are. And I feel like if I used their play mats, I'd have to zoom out a lot more for you guys. All right, so what does she get? So 1. She has 3 or more. She does. So 3. So 4, 5. She has 5. We'll go ahead and attach. So it's a nice layout that you've got going on. Appreciate it. All right. So we have 5. What do we do with our 5? We can open another one for 3, but he's going to open hers anyways. So I think we're going to go ahead and just start getting her gravity wells. I like the gravity wells on her. So we'll go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. She goes again. All right, now what do I want to do? Deal 3 damage. If you have 3 or more charges, she'll gain a charge. So let's do the spark for 1. We'll get rid of that shield. This is overkill, but I'd rather get rid of this thing. Yeah, I'd rather just get rid of this thing. That's overkill. But she does get 1 additional. You're up to 5. And then, what do we got? Spark. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more, so 6. We got rid of our big attack. The 6 attack doesn't exist anymore. So I'm going to do 4 to focus, and then 2 to get her up to 6. Because that's now we're good. We've got our heal ready when we need to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I probably do need to get her a couple more attack cards because I've had a couple rounds where like there's no attack, so it's like useless. It's like it feels like a wasted turn. I mean, I know it's not. You're doing something every turn. Nothing here. Oh, and this was one that we had upgraded. I feel like this thing's going to evolve very quickly. 10. Caustic Larva, Persistent, Unleash. So it does an Unleash and an Evolve. Yay! So Unleash is going to put this at, right now we're at, what, 7? So that'll put that at 10. Okay, so I'll put that at 10. So it still won't fire off. Oh, I need to put some hit points on that guy. 6. Whoop, come here, rulebook. And a 4. So 10. All right. So what do I want to do? All right, we're starting the level 2 cards. So we're starting to get to the point where I need to start trying to put more damage on the boss and let these guys alone. The problem with leaving him alone, he's going to evolve. And I imagine the new guy isn't going to be fun for the next chapter, right? So, deal 3 damage. You have 3 or more charges at game 1. I currently have no charges. I definitely need to get some charges on him. Deal 1 damage if you have cards in your discard pile. Oh, I have no cards in my discard pile. I miscalculated that. I thought I don't know why I was counting these would be here. They are not. So I almost feel like I don't want to fire that off. Because that'd be a waste. Yeah, that'd be a waste. We're only going to fire... Hang on, is that one unlocked? Yeah. So if it's not unlocked, I have to fire it off. This one is unlocked, so we're good. So deal 3 damage. There's no way I'm getting rid of that in one turn. That's crazy. Because even on the next turn, I would have 3... Again, if it doesn't go, right, I would have 3... I mean, I've got to get rid of it, right? Because I don't want it to evolve. It'll just stay out there. How many? I got 3 stickers left. Let's do another 2. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'd take her another turn as well. She's got that one that does 4 damage. Yeah. All right. We'll do 3. There. Yeah. All right. That there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need to get him some, whatever these things are, crystals. So we're going to go ahead and spin that 4 to get 2. I need to at least get to 3. Be able to utilize that other card I bought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Oh, Nemesis. That's what I figured was going to happen. Persistent. Unleash. Which means this does go up to 10. Still doesn't spawn. And then this is going to evolve. So yay. Come here, you. I feel like by the time you get to the fourth game, right, this guy's like fully evolved by that point, and it probably needs to be. I would think, right, based on the difficulty. You'd want your difficulty to go up. Just whack my glasses. All right, and now let's draw a card. To discard, we have to evolve this card. Power 2, unleash twice. The player with the lowest life. Oh. The player with the lowest life, so she will suffer 3 damage. We can heal that 3 damage back off. It's the evolve twice I don't like. Because that's going to definitely make another pod person come out. We don't want pod people. Okay. Okay. So. Deal 2 damage. So 1, 2. And then if this is there, we get 3. This down to 2. I don't know how bad that evolve is. I mean, I know I could heal that off. But to be able to take care of this and that, I don't think it's going to happen in time. Because I'd have to take 6 off of this, or 5. No, 6. Because if it's 11 or more, I'd have to take 6 off of that. Do we evolve? Oh no, I get it twice. I get to do that twice because it does have a sticker. So sticker is the first time, and then when I can't place the sticker, then it turns into the higher version. Am I fine with that? I'm not going to be able to get rid of this and this, and I don't know how bad those pods are. That first one was kind of bad, right? Yeah, that first one was this one. That was 5 hit points. I got to remember to discard the pod people correctly. Although if this evolves later, right, it could be worse. And I know I can heal off that damage. Just means we get an extra pod person. I think I'll go one more round. I'll make the decision at the end of that round. Okay. So let's attach 1, 2. Oh, hold on. Her breach gets to open. All right. So gain 1. You may destroy a gem in hand. Oh, I thought this was gain 1 and... I thought this was gain 1 and gain another if I destroyed. Was that a different card? All right, that's fine. I'm going to get rid of this one. So we'll destroy that, which gives us 2, which we will just spin to get us to 3, which now means I can do my combo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Here we go. Do not want the Nemesis turn. Do not want the Nemesis. There's the Nemesis. All right, so unleash. So this is gonna pop. So actually, it was gonna pop anyway because of this stupid thing because we didn't get rid of it now. So that's gonna put us at 7. And then this evolves because we didn't get rid of it in time. Dang it. That's why I didn't want the Nemesis. I was hoping I could at least get rid of this thing. So we are at 4 or 5. And then power drops down by 1. And then we draw a card. Power to discard. Discard 2 gems that cost 3 or more. Ooh. We don't even have it. She might have that. Power 2. Resolve the persistent effect of the pod with the most life 4 times. Now, there's no pods out here right now, but there will be one coming out. 4 times. Or, Breeding Chamber gains 5 life and any player suffers 2 damage. Ugh. That is nasty. Alright, so let's hope she has 2 cards that cost 3 or more. She does not right now in this hand. Does not right now in that hand. That sucks. Okay. Alright, I don't think I can do both of these. Alright, so we do have 11. So 12 minus 10 is 2. So it leaves us with 3. It does mean now a pod person comes out. This got bad really quick. 5 hit points, persistent, breeding chamber gains. Okay, this one isn't too bad. It just makes the chamber go up by 2. I don't mind that one. I mean, I mind it. I don't want it. It's not like I would like any of these to come out. All right, so she gets to go. Yeah. Where do I send the 1 damage? It's just 1. Doesn't really matter. We'll do the 1 here. It's not going to get rid of anybody, so. All right. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this one out. She has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to focus. She's not going to go through her deck before one of those would come out. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. That way her healing card can keep healing her every turn. Let's go ahead and get that ready. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Right. All right. 1 to here. You go away. And I'm not worried about that right now, so I'm going to just do the extra damage here. I need to start taking that down. Because I don't believe we will survive the deck running out. It's a pretty big deck right now. Alright, so. Attach 1 spell. I need more spells. 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals. So we will go ahead and get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's the rest of his hand. All right. Nemesis. All right. So this. Oh, I was able to decide on my last turn. 3 damage. Unleash twice. I'm good now with an unleashing because that happened anyway. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and let this happen. So, unleash twice, which puts 6 on there. And then the player with the lowest health suffers 3. So it just means that she's going to be healing herself on the next turn, which does ruin my combos. This one here goes down to 1. This one here, the chamber gains 2. So we will be having to beat on the chamber next turn. Oh no, we're at 11. Oh, I should maybe I didn't. I forgot. That makes it fire off again. Dang it. Maybe that wasn't the right play. Maybe I should have evolved that thing. Oh well. Pod, persistence. Any player discards a card in hand. That isn't terrible. It isn't terrible. Look. All right. At least it's gone twice, so I know I have a full range. Okay, so any player discards a card in hand. I will go ahead and discard that to fire this off for 4. Where do I do the 4? This is going to do 3. So that would get rid of this one, right? Yeah. So we'll do the 4 here, because then he'll be able to take this one out. All right. That one. That one. And then she has. We're gonna play this. Yeah, because we can do this during our main phase. So I can do this first, then spend it. So. We have 6. Do I want a card? Or do I want... Well, no, I guess order of operation. I would only get 6 if I do this while this is here. It's not like a persistent gain. Right? Yeah. I was trying to think, okay, if I did that, could I drop it and then bring it back up to 3? But I don't think you gain the resources and keep them. Let me see here. Every game's a little different. Play a gem or other card. When you play a card, you must execute all of the text in the card if possible. And it Aether lasts until the end of the turn. Okay, so I do keep it. Okay. Appreciate that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play that. So I have my 6 now. I'm going to use my spell to get me back to 6. And then I'm going to use the 6 to get me back to 3. Voila. 1, 2, 3. Appreciate it. That's why I like having people out in chat. Some people don't like people being backseat drivers. You guys can backseat driver anytime, because I'm definitely going to make rules mistakes, because it's hard. I don't think people always know how hard it is to live stream your brain capacity to keep this going, plus your turns, plus all of it. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. This should be red. Yep. So this is Metalad's turn. So Metalad is going to do his 3. So he's going to take that out because he had 3 or more. He does gain 1 charge. So he is at 4. This goes away. That was a pod person. All right. So we're going to go ahead and attach. So gain 1, I can destroy a gem. We're going to go ahead and destroy a gem. So I have 2 again. I'm going to focus. I need to start focusing these so I can fire off his thing. So we'll go ahead and spend our 2 to focus. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, yeah, I gotta start doing some big hits on the boss. Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Did she have? She did. What's going to happen? Resolve the persistent effect of a pod with the most life 4 times. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's not bad. Or we can just have it gain 5 and somebody. Yeah, we'll let it fire off. We'll take the 2 damage. Okay. I'd rather have her at 3. That way her cards still combo. Right. So we have no cards in our discard pile. So again, this doesn't combo. So we will go ahead and do the 2 damage to boss. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that one because I have nothing in my discard pile. All right. Ooh, dang it. So, we will do the 2 to focus, which allows us to attach. And I have these 2 that I guess I'm... Well, I can put 1 there. I've got 1 more I can't do nothing with. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's get into some legacy. Hey, Derek, hey, Conjay Studios. Yeah, like I said, it's different. It is different enough from Astro Knights. I kind of mentioned in your last stream. There are things I like this. I kind of like, kind of don't like, because you have the ability to put a weapon, even if just for one thing. Oh, sparks stay in my hand. You're right. I was just playing the app last night. You're right. You're right. You're right. And it kept making me keep the sparks. I don't want to keep the sparks, though. Can I have the option to just discard it? Because I don't want it. I don't want the spark. So I kind of like that. But at the same time, I don't like that I have to spend so much time to get these things unlocked. And then the market. I like variety in my games. I like as much variety as possible. Now, I know that you can use those random cards. Some people have done that where they just use the random card and then you pull whatever that card says on the top and, you know, put it back or whatever. But I like variety because sometimes I feel like this is just stale. Like I don't want any of those, so I don't buy anything. That's kind of the only reason I think I like Astro Knights a little better in those regards. But some of the stuff in this I do kind of like. All right. So, deal 3 damage if you have 3 or more charge. Gain 1 charge. So, 3 damage. So she's going to do 4. So let's use the 3 on the boss. 1, 2, 3. And then she gains a charge. She's at 4. Then we'll use the 1. We'll just kind of keep pinging him with the 1s. Who are you fighting? I can't see. It is the 3rd one. So the spawning horror. So I'm on the 3rd boss. So this is the one where it has the brood chamber. And then every time it gets to 11, another pod person comes out on me. All right. So, put down there. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4. She has 4. My healing does not take effect, but 4 does open this. And that's a +1 damage. So actually, order of operation, I should have played the 4, open that up. I forgot it did that. And then we will go ahead and put that there so we get our +1 damage. Now, oh, hang on. If you have 3 or more, oh, I've misread that every single time. If I had 3 or more, she gets +1. She gets to heal. I have misread that. I don't know how many turns I had 3 open. When did he play that card to open that one for her? That's been a while, right? I know I don't know if it's, I was going to say fetch, but it says feed channel. I'm still going to say fetch. I know fetch was here. This has been out here at least 2 turns, right? The question is, how many times have I played this card since that happened? Should I give myself 1 more health or no? We'll just leave it alone. We'll just leave it alone. That's fine. That's fine. I'm good. I'm good with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We got her good spell. Oh, she gets to go again. All right, so that's going to do 2 damage. Again, I think I'll just do it on this little guy. Take him down to 2. Get to put out her big one. This is the only one we've got, so we're definitely going to put it on the +1 damage. And then she has 4. Now let's get her a little bit more damage. We need to start pushing the boss, I think. So we'll go do that. Yeah. I'm not sure how long it's been open, and honestly, how many times you played that card. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I mean, I'm at 7. I'm not worried. Well, I'm saying I'm not worried about dying, but it could happen. 3, 4, 5. It could happen. All right. Kanjay, you would be proud of me, Derek. I'm using sleeves on this and putting the stickers on the sleeves. But the reason I'm doing that is because since I'm only playing 2 characters, I'm going to go ahead and do this for culling for charity. So I'll actually put it up so somebody else can get it and then play the other 2 characters. I'll put all the stickers back in the box. I might not. I might just leave them like that. But yeah, I don't mind destroying a legacy game. But since I'm not going to fully use it, love no card destruction. No, this is written on. These characters are done. They have to use the other 2 characters and they can't do anything that I've done. But yeah, I heard because of the evolve cards, that's the only reason you can't really replay it a second time, right? Is because of the evolve cards. Well, that's what I had to do. I actually bought this used. I guess somebody picked it up at like Goodwill and then they tried to flip it for profit. And I was like, no, this can't be played again without paying $30 to $50 for a recharge kit, depending if you can get one cheap enough. So I bought the recharge kit because luckily Amazon had one for like 28 bucks. And then they sold it to me for 30 with free shipping. So it was like 60. So a little bit cheaper than buying a full box from somebody. But yeah, if somebody else is 2-player and they'd like to go through it, I feel like, you know, again, I'm getting rid of it for charity. If they want to do a 4-player, then they can just buy their own restore kit for 30 bucks, and still that's a good deal, right? $20 donation to charity plus $30 restore kit. I feel like that's a good deal for everybody. The niños get some assistance, and yeah. All right. So this is 3. This is 3. This is 1. So again, we do the 1s. Keep pinging this guy with the 1s. And then we'll do 3 and 3. So that is 6. And then we have more than 3, so we get 1 charge. There we go. Hey, David, how you doing? Hi, who knew grocery shopping would take so long? I did. The difference is, like, if I go grocery shopping by myself, like I used to do after I got off work, I'd be done in like less than an hour. When I go with Lucita and Adri, it's the reason I don't stream on Tuesdays. When I go with Lucita and Adri, we get out of here at like 5 and we've gotten home at like 8:30 before. Because we're just meandering around the store and looking at everything instead of like beelining towards what we need. So this is 10 to open. I can't even open that. It's 2 to open that one, but I only have 2 spells. So I feel like that's a waste. So we will go ahead and just do you and you. Nope, not there, Will. You and you. And we'll do the 3. This doesn't do me any good, but I mean, I'm spending the 3. Really doesn't matter. They both do 2 damage. This just has more words that I'm going to have to remember. I wish this said focus any player 3 or higher, just like her spell did. But it doesn't. Does not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I know you can use these characters again in other games, but I highly doubt. See, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, Derek. This is why I blame you. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of getting all the expansions, everything that's ever been made for this game. So I'm good playing the Legacy one, and maybe I'll do the Legacy of Gravehold because I think, you know, that'd be fun to do those campaigns. But I don't think I need to have all the other sets. Who knows? Nemesis. No. Yes. All right. So we're going to do the bottom one because we're definitely not doing this 3 times because that's 6 life, or 4 times because that'd be 8 life. This just does 5. So that puts it at 6. And then player suffers 2 damage. She's going to keep healing herself every turn now because we got everything open. So that puts her down to 5. Goes there. This one here, Chamber gains 2 more life. Did not give her to that in time. Dang it! And we draw a card. Ooh, this is new. Humming High, persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage and evolve. I don't like you. I don't like you. Take it 1 box at a time. Honestly, 1 is more than enough for most people. Personally, I have everything. Well, so, and I fully agree with that. But the biggest thing is I'm a content creator, right? So if I want like people to like actually watch my videos, because unfortunately, you know, my channel's been up and down with people finding me and being able to find my content. Just from changing our content from Pokemon to board games and taking a break when we had our baby and so forth. I need to play like the new thing when it comes out. Now, again, I do culling for charity. So if I considered this an always culling for charity game, then the new game would always just go up for charity, right? It's after I'm done playing it. But that does mean I'm buying a, I don't know how much are these core boxes? 60 bucks still? Means I'm paying $60 for a game. All right. So he comes out, and that happens. I wasn't keeping track, so another Nemesis card. So gains 2 life, puts us at 10. All right. This, unfortunately, any player suffers 2 damage. I should be able to get her heal off. So that's going to be 3. Do I really want her to go down that low? No. I don't want her to go down that low. Now we'll go to 6. Where's my 6? This is why I need the spin down dice. But these are my extra life dice, so I'm good with my extra life dice. And then that stupid thing evolves. And I didn't put any hit points on this thing, did I? Now I know some people what they did, Derek, and I didn't do this. I saw it. They got like little color stickers just to use for the evolve. I don't have any dot color stickers. So he's at 7 though. 5. I don't like you. 6, 7. I do not like you. Oh, and we have to draw a card. Retribution. If there are no pods in play, there is a pod in play. It gains 8 life. Otherwise, any player suffers war damage. I guess it's good that I didn't have her take the damage. Oh, this is going to suck. So she's going to heal, and I'm going to have her heal here. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, dice is fine. Oh, you mean for the tokens? Yeah. No, what I mean is these aren't spin down, so I have to like keep rotating them all over the place to figure out what number. But I'm using them because they're my extra life dice. Unfortunately, they only put the extra life logo on the 20s. So that might be, somebody might be getting knocked out. That sucks. Okay. That was the worst possible card. We're at 12 there. Breeding Chamber gain at 12. This one here, any player suffers 2 damage. Oh, this is getting close. Holy cow. And then this thing evolves. Oh, that sucks. That is not what was supposed to happen. Draw another card. Bow Elf can heal Metalad. Yeah, she has a 3 heal, but I've got to get 2 more crystals, so I need to spend her 4 to get this all the way up. And then cast it on him. Immediately, read... where's my evolve deck? Evolve deck. Here we go. This is... I don't think this is going to be good. Evolve number 11. All right. The spawning horror senses which of you is at your weakest and does its best to separate you from the group. You can feel it stalking you, moving in for the kill. Place this card next to the player with the lowest life. Return this to the evolved deck when the game ends. Do not read any more cards in this deck until instructed to do so. So this is, he's got less. Marked for extermination. So I feel like we're going to have a card that's going to come out that's going to be marked for him, because she has a marked card in that deck already. All right. This card spins 7, power 3. The player with the evolved card at 11 in front of them suffers 5 damage. Oh, that'll knock him out, even with her heal. So we have to get rid of this. Oh, yeah, we have to get rid of that. That sucks. All right, we need us to go before they go again. They go again, I think it is game over. Oh, hang on. This happens. Do not have an immediate. Do the pod people have immediates? Persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage. Oh, I forgot that. Came in with 2 shields, too. Yeah, I feel like we're going to lose this one. I don't know if you're supposed to lose this one, because, I mean, this is when they introduced the lose rule, but it really feels like it's going that way. Okay. Everybody wish me good luck. Buenas suertes. All right, there we go. She has her 4, but we need to get rid of this. So she has... So she's got 3, 6, 7. So she's got enough to get rid of that. So we're going to get rid of that thing. I can't discard any of this because she won't have enough to get rid of it. So we're going to discard the 1 spark. Well, it says any player. Hang on. Let me see if he's got something I want to get rid of. Yeah, we'll just get rid of... I don't need any more crystals, so we're going to have him get rid of a crystal. I'm keeping her sparks. So we're going to fire this off. It does 5 damage. Oh, everybody's got shields. I don't have any like 1 damage shots to get rid of all these shields. I don't want to waste 5 damage on those things. Yeah, no, not doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not doing it. Not doing it. All right. So put 1 there. 1 there. And then we're going to spend. She gets to heal 1. Oh, the problem is if I do that there, then I don't get this. Although it really doesn't matter because... And she can't take both of these. I feel like I can't get rid of that this turn. So I think instead what I'm going to have to do is 3, 6, 7. I think I'm going to have to spend 2 for here. Or 4 for here. Which leaves me with 3. She's going to cast her spell. Get him up to 5. And then for the last 3, we're going to spend 2 to get us start getting our crystals back. Yeah. I have to hope. I can't remember if she has 7 any other way. Yeah, try to just win with just hitting on the balls. Yeah, we're at 27. I don't think we're getting through 27 before these things are gone. But yeah, the problem is all these shields. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Okay. Ooh, it's failed forward. You can lose all of them and beat the game. Yeah, I know it's failed forward. Yeah, at the beginning, Derek, what I said is what I'm going to do is I'll fail once, but I'm not going to play this again on the channel because I don't think it would be entertaining to watch me do the same thing a second time. So what I'll do is just say in the second time I actually won, and then just whatever that tells me to do. Right. Oh, she gets to go again, but I forgot to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might be able to get around again because she might be able to get another deck. Because again, I technically have 3 boss turns, right? Yeah, that's what you did when it was late play. Yeah. Too late playing? Yeah. So 3, and then she's got these 2. All right, so deal 3 damage. If you have 1 spark, gain a spark. She does not. So this is 2 damage. And then this is 3. So this guy's easy enough to get rid of. The problem with this guy is he just keeps evolving on me. And he impacts future games. He does not. And again, I don't care about that gaining 2 life. So I think we'll use the 2 to get rid of... This is hard. Let this thing keep getting stronger or get rid of the pod, which is easier to get rid of. I'm not wasting the 3. 3's going there. I get rid of 1. He can get rid of the other 1. He can do 3 damage, which would leave me 4 left. I think this, I don't want that to evolve. I feel like evolving is a bad thing at the end of the game. So we'll get rid of that one there. We'll do the 3 here. Puts it down to 24. All right. And then we do... Actually, I should have had those cards the other way, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have had those the other way. I should have put the better card here and the worst card here because I only need to do 1 shield. So that actually would have been 4 damage instead. I'm realizing that because I have the exact same thing in my hand now. All right, and then she has 3. So again, I'm going to use 2. Go up to 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. Oh, there's our big spell. There's our big spell. All right. We need it to be Metal Lad's turn. Woo! Good job. All right. So he's going to spin the 1. Wrong way. 1 to get rid of the shield. Oh, he'll be able to charge. He'll be fully charged. So if I can get all this loaded, we can fire them all off. I forgot I didn't want 4s with him. I forgot that's what his ability is. I need to remember that. Oh, 4 or less. Okay, 4s count. Never mind. He just can't use the gravity node. That's why I get her to gravity nodes. All right. So we have 3 more damage. 3 damage. 3 damage. 3 damage. 3 damage. There. I don't want this to evolve. I really don't. So we'll do this to 4. It's going to get 1 more evolve, I think, no matter what. Yeah. And this puts us up to 6. Cast all your prepared spells. It costs 4 or less. Each one deals +1 damage. So. What do I have? I've got 2. It's not enough for that. It is enough to open that, but I don't need it opened right now. So I could put these and then cast them right now. It just means he'll have a turn where he's not casting anything. And this will do 3 damage, which is not enough. Oh, but it does +1. So it would be enough to take that thing out. And then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and put his spells. We're going to use our ability to cast all of our spells. So that's going to do 3, 4, 5. Gets rid of him. All right. And then we'll use our 2 to get us back on the board with some crystals. I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, so if he goes, nothing bad really is going to happen. Just 2 damage. Okay. So 2. I say nothing's bad, but there is a card there. This one here just drops down to 2. This one here, any player takes 2 damage. She gets to heal every turn, so we'll do that one. And Trimmer, power, discard, spend 7. Power 2, unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Then if Gravehold is 13 or more, evolve. Okay. So unleash twice is going to put 6 here. Then Gravehold takes 4 damage, and then this evolves no matter what. Okay. That was the second one, so we know it's red turn, so. Alright, what can we do? So we have 3 spells. In order to put all 3s, I will need to open that. So we will open Sesame. And then we're going to, I don't think it matters. Attach. Did you put power die on the card to remind you? Oh, here? Oh, yeah. You're right. 2. Yeah. Thank you, Derek. There we go. Yeah. There's a card beneath Metalad. Yeah, this is the mark for extermination. That's the mark for extermination. He was meaning the tremor power. Right. Again, I wish I had enough to fire these off right now. That'd be great. But now I'm actually full. I'd have to probably just basically pass a couple turns to get me all the way back up to 6. Fire that off again. Because I didn't buy him any big cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's a lot of +1s, but honestly, it'd be 3 extra damage. I don't think I'm worried about it too much. All right. No nemesis. Also remember that each source of damage you take off 1 armor, no matter how much damage you did. You may have done that. Yeah. It was 2, but then I realized I should have had these 2 cards, so some timey-wimey stuff happened where I had the better card here to do more damage. But yeah, I got that. Yeah, it's 1. It's I like and I dislike games that do that, because it does make you feel like you just wasted an entire turn if you had like a big 5 damage card or 10 damage card. It's like, well, I'm not going to hit that shield with that. All right. That's what we wanted. So, 2. Oh, I have no discard. Guess we're hanging on to that one. So 2. And then 3. So 5. So 5. Both of these require me 7 to spend, and she's the only one that's going to be able to do that. I can't really get rid of any of this. Now, I could get rid of this stupid thing. That's a waste of 1. No, we're going to 5. We're just doing full 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 18. 18. Hang on, do I have 3 spells? If I have 3 spells, I might just fire this one off. We have 3 spells. But this is only going to do 1 damage anyways. I'm just saying that because I could get rid of that stupid thing. Yeah, that's because I can't focus this. I don't have enough to focus this. So I won't be able to put all 3 out. Do I hang on to it for the following turn? I feel like not having that 2 damage is a waste. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that guy. Okay, so we're not gonna fire that one off. So we're going to catch you. Actually, I think I'm going to do this instead. I'm actually going to put the 1 out there so I can get rid of that stupid thing, or a shield, and then I'll put the 3 out. Yeah. Then we'll spin the 2 to go up to 2. Legacy primarily the only box that uses shield tokens, the rest don't. There are a few small exceptions. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what other game. I was playing a game recently that was very similar where they had like shields, and like you would have these turns where you would have, 8 or 10 attack, and it's like I'm wasting it all on a single shield. because it was like, and it was a deck builder where you had to play everything. Like, you know, a lot of deck builders, you could play all your cards and you got to do it no matter what. So I don't remember what that was. All right, so Nemesis is not what I wanted to happen. Gains 2 life, so up to 6. This goes down to 1. That's not going to be pretty. Any player suffers 2 damage. I guess that's going to be you. And this goes down to 1. And draw a card. Oh, mark for death. Unleashed twice. Beowulf suffers 3 damage. That sucked. That is the big suck. That is just... Well, Beowulf's dead. So, she got exhausted. She loses all of her crystals, right? And she has to get rid of her spells. Where is exhausted? I disagree. All other expansions use shields a ton. We ran into them during our play of all the content. Oh. Well, don't tell me that. Where's exhausted? That's, I mean, she, unfortunately, her heal is just for, here we go, exhausted. If the player's life is reduced to 0, the player is exhausted. So all the following in order. When exhausted, resolve the Nemesis unleash effect twice. The exhausted player destroys one of their breaches, discarding any spells. Okay, so we just got to discard just destroy a breach. Yeah. The other player discards all of their charge. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right, so that's what we did. Yeah, unleash twice, destroy a breach. Yep. All right, well, luckily, I mean, we had started. Luckily, she can still heal if need be. Yeah, that was not the card. And that's my fear, that this is going to do the same thing. The Marks for Extermination is going to be another one of those cards, which you can't plan for. Luckily, she can still heal him. So that's pretty much, we just can get up to 6, heal, get up to 6, heal. The problem is I need to use 7 to get rid of these. All right, now we got to do this. So what are we at? 6, 12, 18. So 8. Eight is great. You can turn it this way. You can turn it that. Minion, Electropod. Immediately read Evolve number 10. I don't like the pod people. When you take any damage, doubles to Gravehold. Yes. Yes. Gotcha. All right. An electric pod surges into your vision, sizzling with power. You sense it overflowing with energy. It ignores you completely, hunting the survivors you brought with you. Place this card next to electric pod. When electric pod is discarded, read the back of this card. All right. He didn't come in with any shields, though, at least. He didn't come in with any shields. That was the first, that was the first Nemesis. So there is a very high probability that there could be another Nemesis card coming out next, and then that will definitely be game over, I think. Because what's he do? Persistent. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. All right, here we go. We've got 18. We've got 3, 6, 7. I need to get, I could use the 1 to get rid of this guy. Yeah, I could get rid of that guy, or I could just put it all on the boss. 6, 7, that's 8. I don't want this to go off again. So we're gonna do the 1 to get rid of this pod. I mean, that's why I put it there, right? That was the whole reason why I put that there. Then we're gonna do 3, 6, We do 6 to the boss. So it puts us down to 12. If I get another big swing like that, I need 2 more big swings like that. 2 more big swings like that. All right. Oh, I didn't draw to 5, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So deal 2 damage. Deal 1 damage. 1, 2, 3. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll get us up to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. Wish me luck. Dog owners don't like it when you call them pawed people. All right. So this is happening. Evolved deck. The player with Evolved deck 11 suffered. Yep. So that's end of game. Yep. 5 damage. That's it. That's done. So, do not read more until the deck. Do not read more cards in this deck until instructed to do so. Return this to the Evolved deck when the game ends. Okay, so this just goes back to the Evolved deck. There we go. That was it. Rip, rip, rip. All right, so we do need to go read. Or no, we don't read the conclusion, do we? Let me see. Fighting Spawn Horror. Read the front of 27 after your first game. Okay, so we do read. So we do still read L27. Okay. All right. Why do I still read this, even though I didn't beat him? Fight Spawn Horror. Read the front of L27 after your first game versus Spawning Horror. So it doesn't say read it if I win. That seems kind of odd, right? All right, I'm doing what it says. So, with the Nameless fallen, it hasn't fallen. It's still alive. See, that doesn't make sense. Again, I'm going to fail forward anyway, so it doesn't matter. With the Nameless fallen, you're able to channel your power into the breach and force it closed. As soon as it vanishes, sunlight streams through and brightens the area. It is now safe to harvest the pods. The survivor line up and volunteer, eager to support their breach mages however they can. They pack carts full of strange material and return them to camp. Malastar is confident in his ability to turn these remains into powerful tools. Conclusion. Okay, here you go. If you lost your first game versus Spawning Horror, fight it again. Be sure to follow the losing game rules on page 20 of the rulebook. If you won this game versus Spawning Horror, read the back of this card. Oh, I was reading this. Sorry. Again, my cards keep getting turned around. Yeah, somehow. Okay, that's why. I read the wrong thing. So, basically, I need to fight him again. We're going to pretend like I fought him again. You guys saw me fight him again. You guys saw me win, right? And if you won again, then we read this. Conclusion. You barely manage to escape Spawning Horror with your life. Each step brings you to your bruised body, navigates the grassy path. You lay on the ground, only moments from passing out. Rescue finally comes when the mist arrives, leading a band of survivors to finish the job you started. They charge into battle against the Nameless. When the day is over and the breach is closed, you're able to assist the survivors in harvesting the discarded pods. Oh, okay, so this is 28 is because I... That makes... Oh, read the back of it. Okay, so we're going to say I lost, and then I won. So I read the front of 28 instead of the back of 28. Okay, so this is the back of 28. You would read this if you won. But since I lost, we read the back. And then it says read the back of 28. Oh, so confusing. The survivors were all overjoyed with your return, save Xaxos, who is hysterical. You closed it, Xaxos accuses. I know how to draw the string from the Nameless's breaches. I can save us with their power. Brama snaps at her formal pupil. We will focus our own breaches as always. There is a reason it is forbidden to draw power from the Nameless. Xaxos snarls and storms off, vanishing once again into the black portal, lost to the void. We don't have time for this, Malastar turns back on the empty ground where Xaxos once stood. We still have a war to win. Read the front of 29. Malastar spends the next week crafting the pods into powerful equipment tailor-made for your needs. Once Malastar familiarizes you with your equipment, he heads back to the forge. Open Insight 6. Where are my insights? Here, insight. If you guys were curious what the reset pack looks like, they look like this. All right, Insight 6. Basura. Trash for those that don't speak Spanish. All right, so here's our Insight 6. So we have equipment. Place the equipment image sticker that belongs to your character class on the picture of your character playmat. Yeah. Fancy smancy. So I got this dragon fire thingy. I don't know how far it's supposed to go. Shows it covering his hand, so we'll just go. Look at that. Fancy smancy. All right. And then she gets a glowing ball. This makes more sense thematically now. Like her arrow didn't really make sense before. But now it's got a glowing electric ball on the end of it. All right. Choose a first equipment sticker and place it on unlocks after chapter 3. All right. So. 2 spells may be prepped to your blank breach. When you choose this, write any breach number in the blank. You may play a relic and gain a Aether. When you cast 2 spells or more during your casting phase, gain an Aether. Once per turn during your main phase, you may discard a card in your hand if you do deal 1 damage. At the start of your first turn of the game, gain 2 charges. Oh, that would be good for her because it would get her up so she could get ready to heal. At the start of your first turn of the game, focus your 3 breach twice. That would be good for her too. When you open any player's breach, you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, which he's kind of helping her do. When you gain a card that costs 5 or more, gain 1 life. Decisions. What do you call a relic that heals? A relic? A relic. Healing well? I don't have him get relics that often, so I don't feel I like that one. I like the double equipping of a spell, because I don't seem to unlock all of his. I'm going to unlock at least 3 of hers every time. Or I can do the discard to do 1 damage, which would get rid of shields. It makes you well. Oh, it makes you well. Oh, David and his dad jokes. Oh, so okay, so I'm debating between allowing 2 spells in a slot or discard a card to do 1 damage. To just do splash damage. I think I like the splash damage. All right. Yeah, I think I like the splash damage. And the name of my equipment. Here we go, David. Now we get your slammer. So David said slammer for my spell yesterday, but that's the name of his weapon. Or do we call it fire slam? Because he has this little fire thing on it now. Or fire slammer? We'll go fire slammer. Fire slammer. Dun 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 dun. The boys be boys. All right, and Beowulf, Bow Elf. All right, so I'm thinking between these two. Either start with 2 charges or she gets to focus number 3 twice. I feel like both of those are good. Oh, it's down here. When she died, she lost it. Or when she got exhausted, you don't actually die. I don't know if the 2 charges or starting at 3 is... Here's the thing, if I started 3, I'm going to buy this card anyways for him, depending what cards come out. So I feel like I'm guaranteed to get hers opened anyways. I think starting with 2 charges is better, so I'm not wasting any of her ether at the very beginning. So we're going to do this. All right. We'll call this healing charge. Can you tell I used to be in drafting a long time ago? Because I write in all caps. All right. Choose a name for your equipment. Read the back of this card. All right. The surface holds many secrets. Mist returns from a scouting trip with smooth, pale sphere, she explains. This gem can silence minions. Freeze them for a short while. Open box to see. This one had a lot to open and do. Silence tokens. This is what I needed during this playthrough. Holy cow. So this silences, they don't perform their abilities. All right. Reveal stop deck number 3. Nope. Yep. There we go. Stop deck number 3. Why did I sleeve this card? I mean, you could ask the question, why did I sleeve any cards? All right, so here are our new abilities. Oh, those don't go there. Those don't go there. Well, I don't think it really matters really good, to be honest. All right. Use supply upgrades. Banish all nemesis cards labeled spawning horror. All right, so that's just the rest of cleanup. I'll do that later. I do not read L40 until we're ready for chapter 4, which will be next week. So we have a new gem. We have a new relic. We have 2 new spells. All right, what do we got? So, soothing torporine, either gain 2 or silence a minion, which would basically replace that gain 2, so that's actually not bad. Void mill, focus any player's breach. 2 different players may destroy the top card of their discard pile, and that's a 5. I mean, it would probably replace that draw 2 that I never buy. Arcane salvo. While prepared, once per turn during your main phase, you may place a relic you played this turn, or a relic in your discard pile on top of your deck. Deal 4 damage. So it's a 4 damage, which would replace this 4 damage. Instead of discarding a card, we get to put relics back in our hand. I kind of like that one. And now this is a 7. Breach collision. When you gain this, you may place it on top of any player's discard pile. Pass 5, does deal 5 damage. Gravehold gets 1 life. The problem is I've never usually get up to 7, and I need the 7 power for these things. So I don't think I want to do this one or this one. So I think we're going to replace our 5 with that 5. And we're going to place our 3 with that new 3. Have I made a bad decision? Maybe. Whoever said I made good decisions. Whoever said I made good decisions. There you go, guys. That is chapter 3. Again, we failed forward. We're going to pretend some kind of offline play happened and I actually won the scenario the second time. Because even if I failed the scenario the second time, it would still make me read the same thing it made me read. So, no harm, no foul. There's no such thing as a bad decision. Don't know. I lost. So we will be playing chapter 4 next week. This did take a little bit more than an hour and a half, but I think it's still okay for a lunchtime game. I think this one, there was more decisioning and more new mechanics. Again, this could happen every single time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Monday, I will not have a lunchtime stream because I'll be barbecuing all day, which means or not barbecuing, I'll be smoking a brisket all day for Colombian Independence Day. So those that care to know, July 20th is Colombian Independence Day, and of course, Holiday is Colombian. So we're going to be celebrating that with one of our Colombian friends and her husband and their baby. I will be streaming maybe Monday night, so I think I'll throw this up for Monday night stream. But then we will probably do Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday evening. I think I'm going to do Captain's Chair again because I need to keep that fresh in my head to maybe hopefully make it go faster. I've also made rules mistakes. I watched Mike from Co-op Guild or One Stop Co-op Shop, Co-op Guild Steve. He did his, and his edited video was like less than an hour, and I'm like, how long was it regular? And he said maybe 2 hours. I'm like, okay, I can try to get it down to 2 hours. So we'll see. That'll be Thursday night. Friday, what do we got left? We have 4 chapters left, right? Yeah, 4 chapters left. So if I do Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday afternoon. So we should get this done by next Thursday afternoon. So next Friday, I have to decide what I want to play. I do have DC deck building game Rebirth, so maybe I'll do that next Friday and start that campaign. Because again, that'll be one that I'll want to do like every week until it gets done. The only problem is I only have 2 of the one-shots, and there's a 3rd one-shot. And for whatever reason, Cryptozoic has like outrageous shipping prices. It's like $10 if you buy this little $20 pack. Although if I add something else, it goes up to, it goes down to like $8, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Add something else and the shipping goes down. Add one more thing, the shipping goes back up again. It is what it is. I did, of course, submit for their content creator program that they've got. So maybe they'll send me the 3rd one. My thought would be is I do 2 of the core game, then do the first one-shot, and then 2 of the next one, do 1-shot, and then 2 of the next one. So I really have, what is that? That's 8? That's math. That's hard. I have 8 weeks before I would need that 3rd one anyway, so I've got a little bit of time if I go ahead and get that started. And that's if I do it once a week. If I play it all the way through, then of course that's 8 streams, which is a week and a half-ish, something like that. That's where we are. For those not aware, again, I've got the shirt here on, so hopefully it is made aware. Extra Life, yes, Saturday is painting some Marvel United minis. Although Derek is playing Tidal Blades, and it's making me think I need to paint my Tidal Blades mini so like we can keep in sync. But then that means I would have to get rid of a Marvel United stream. Oh no, I got to put a Marvel United stream up next week, don't I, David? Yeah, we need a Marvel United stream in there somewhere. Probably Tuesday. Tidal Blades tomorrow. Let's do it. Yeah. I can play unpainted, but I don't. I could, but I don't. Otherwise, it'll never get painted. They'll never get painted. Now, again, I'm not going to do a full paint with them. I'm going to do the wash technique, which is what I did, or not wash, but the sun drop technique, which I did on the first set of Tidal Blade minis. I got a video up for anybody who wants to see how to paint those real quick. So really, I could knock those out in not even a full stream. I actually could knock them out while I'm on some conference calls. I might do. And then I could start it the week after. But yeah, I forgot. So maybe I won't do DC next week because I'll need to do my Marvel United stream. We'll see. If you want to know when I'm going live, like, subscribe, bell notification, hit the remind me when I schedule them. You can come out and join everybody that came out. Again, big thanks to everybody who came out to stream. Gets me a little bit more conversational. It, you know, took a little bit longer to do the stream though. Don't skip the Marvel United. Yeah, David said don't skip the Marvel United. It's the only reason he supports me is for the Marvel United. Now, David supports me because of Extra Life. You should support me because of Extra Life. Again, if you want some free games, again, this will be up for Culling for Charity at some point if you want to play a 2-player version of this, or again, pick up a reset pack, you know, $20 donation. Once this goes up, you'll be able to pick this up. Just go out to the BGG list on the Extra Life page or my BGG profile, and then you can click the subscribe on the BGG list. So when I add something, then you'll know what it is. This will be on the small medium box game. I'm not going to consider this a big box, even though it is in that category, $100-ish game. And that's because, of course, it's used and it's only half a game at that point. Either way, I'm rambling. I got chili out there to eat. So either way, guys, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you eat some food. 4 people watching. I appreciate all 4 of you. Until next time. Peace.